Patience and persistence. Patience and persistence. Training for a marathon requires both, and I've trained for many marathons. In fact, I'm currently training for my 22nd marathon coming up in just a few weeks. And it requires both patience and persistence. And it's a happy medium with regard to both. So you might think the day itself of the marathon, going the whole 26.2-mile distance in one fell swoop, that would be the most difficult part of the experience, the marathon experience. But the marathon experience actually entails all the training leading up to that big day. So yeah, persistence, going from beginning to end, from start to finish, that isn't easy. Requires a lot of persistence. Patience too, because it takes time. But you know where the patience really is needed is in all the training, waiting for the big day itself, training day after day. I run almost every day, and I run miles and miles, an average of about 4.5 miles a day. But on weekends, when I'm training for a marathon, there's a lot of double-digit runs, 10 to 15 miles. I've run an 18-miler recently training for Boston, which is coming up in just a few weeks. So it's the patience, which can, if you're not patient enough, result in stress and anxiety and anxiousness. You want that big day to come, especially when you know what you are ready. Persistence in saying, I'm going to run today, I'm going to train today, leading up to the marathon itself, and then the big day itself. The big day itself is actually a joyous experience. It's celebratory, if you will, in feeling like, hey, I have trained more than well enough to be ready for this big day, and I'm going to crush it. So it's patience and persistence. And that's like life itself, if you think about it. Any big event we face, challenge, hurdle, obstacle, anything that comes between us and success, it requires a lot of patience and belief and faith and hope and determination, waiting for it, training for it, preparing for it, and persistence in all that waiting, training, preparing, and during the event itself. It's a happy medium between patience and persistence. So we all have to bide our time well between now and whenever that big event occurs. And then during that big event, we also have to be patient to a degree and certainly persistent. Patience and persistence. It's a happy medium.